just a few minutes, do have some really amazing birds to share with you. And we are from Raptor Events, and we practice something called falconry. How many of you have heard of falconry? Oh, very nice. That's maybe about half of us. Well, for anyone who doesn't know, falconry is hunting with a bird of prey. Much like some people take their dogs with them to help them go hunting, people also bring their birds with them to help them catch small game. And that is something that we have been doing side by side for thousands of years. I have a variety of friends to share with you. Now the first friend that we have coming out is Watson. And Watson here is a spectacled owl. Hi Watson. Now Watson is going to do a little bit of a live training demo with us today because this is his first year here at the fair. All of our training with all of our birds is based on positive reinforcement. So Watson here will either fly to one of these other perches or over to Caitlin's glove. Good job. In order to get a lip snap. We're going right back. Good job, Watson. Now, Watson might also choose one of his favorite perches to sit at for a few minutes and just kind of bob back and forth and groove to the music. Maybe not today, we're active. Either way is completely fine though. All we want is for Watson to have a really positive experience his first year here at the fair and flying around so many new distractions. Good job! Now, spectacled owls are called spectacled owls because of the white rings around their eyes. They are thought to look like a little pair of white glasses or spectacles. And as their name suggests, they do have really excellent eyesight. That is a common trait amongst our birds of prey. His eyes do work a little bit differently than ours. His eyes go way into the back of his head, and he can roll them around. So we can keep our head that was creative. We can keep our head straight, but move our eyes left and right. He cannot do that. So there are two things that he does instead. One is he turns his head instead of moving his eyes. And that works pretty well for him because he can turn his head pretty far. How many of us have heard an owl can turn their head all the way around, 360 degrees? We've heard that? That is not true. Owls can turn their heads pretty far. He can go about 270 degrees in either direction. But he can't quite nip all the way around to a full 360. Now the other thing that he does is go back and forth. Oh, there we go. He's getting into it. Good job, Watson. And that is his way of looking at things from slightly different angles, and that helps with his depth perception. Now, in addition to really good eyesight, owls also have very specialized hearing. He's got one ear that's up really high, and one that's down really low. And that helps him to pinpoint where all the different sounds he's hearing are coming from. There's some owls, like snowy owls, that will actually use that ability to hunt moving around underneath the snow. Now, spectacled owls are very unique owls. They're the only true species of rainforest owls. They actually come from South America, and they can be found in the Amazon. Now, these birds are not currently on the endangered species list, but unfortunately their numbers are declining. And they are predicted to continue to decline over the next several generations. So we do ask that you keep these birds and all of our other friends from the rainforest in mind anytime we have the opportunity to shop or source materials more sustainably. All those small changes, if we all make them together, really can have a big impact. And if you are wondering how you can help to support some of the owls in your area, one thing you can do is to put up an owl box. So that 2-foot by 2-foot box that gets mounted up in a tree or the top of a pole, and it gives owls a safe place to rest and to nest. Now you won't be able to attract any spectacled owls. I know Watson is very cute though.
Tanggal ng ano eh, buntot. Parang naglulugon eh.
Here in this area. How many of us have seen a great horned owl? We have a lot of great horned owl spotting. So great horned owls are very cool, and we will actually come back to them. but they don't use owl boxes. So that if that is the type of owl you have in your yard or that you're hoping to attract, let's say Luna, the Harris's hawk. Harris's hawks are very unique birds of prey. They are the only social birds of prey. All of our other birds of prey hunt solo, but these guys actually live and hunt together in groups or in packs. That is why they are nicknamed the wolves and the lions. Now, there is one other type of raptor that you may have seen that hunts in packs. How many of us have seen Jurassic Park? You've seen that? Alright. Then you have seen Velociraptor on screen. And they like to show one of them chasing their prey, and another one lying in wait to ambush them. And we can't know for certain if Velociraptor hunted in exactly that way, but we do know that our wild in these packs of Harris hawks. Who do you think is in charge, the males or the females? It is the females. Luna, you're just cleaning up everyone else's leftover snacks all over the place, aren't you? I guess somebody should enjoy them. Alright, so, the females. And we can kind of tell that from Luna, right? She's clearly the one in charge here. It's definitely not us. How many snacks did Watson drop, Luna? Alright, well she's going to be full tonight. But, another question. So our female Harris hawks are the ones calling the shots. But who is it that you think is bigger and stronger, the males or the females? You seem less sure about that one. It is still the females. Our female birds of prey are larger. But both our male and female Harris hawks are very known for being incredibly agile. And we're just going to show that off.
Oh. Galing eh.
And today there was a tennis ball out the wire, but would be something that another smaller bird that she would catch out of the air. And today she's going to change that to a tail leg. Sounds delicious. But birds also eat mouse, bat, squirrel, all the same types of things they would eat out in the wild. And we make sure that she gets lots of treats while she's out here. Oh yeah, that's a big piece. Good job, Luna. Now, if Luna ever decided that she did not want to hang out with us anymore, and she'd rather go check out the pig races, who here thinks I could stop her from doing that? Not one person, huh? You're absolutely correct. There is nothing I could do to stop her. But we make sure she gets lots of rewards and that she has fun things to do out here with us, so she continues to choose to work with us. Now, if you are wondering how you can help support us, that's technically your point. But we're talking without mechanical assistance. Alright, so, I think somebody just mentioned cheetah and then changed their mind when they heard peregrine. But for comparison, a cheetah tops out somewhere around 70 miles per hour. In a dive, a peregrine falcon can hit up to 242 miles per hour. Cheetahs are the fastest land animal, but the peregrine falcon is the fastest animal land, air, or sea. Now our next friend is not quite as fast as a peregrine. This is Savannah, and Savannah is a saker falcon. She is slightly larger than a peregrine, so she gives up some of that speed to be a little larger and more powerful. That being said, she is still a falcon and she is still incredibly fast. In a dive, she can get pretty close to 200 miles per hour. Now, I will let you in on one other secret. If we're not counting moving, because some people think that's cheating, if we're just counting a horizontal flight, she actually down here has very long and pointed wings. That's what makes her so aerodynamic and gives her that incredible speed. Our hawks have more rounded wings and they're a little bit shorter compared to their bodies. Now Savannah is working on a brand new flight routine and it is almost ready. It will look very different than anything else that we see here. Oh, you're gonna have to back that up now. Oh, alright, well then you already know what you're doing. Well, For our friends that don't know, this is a grip tester. So we're going to see just how strong our friend can squeeze something. Alright, give it a go. Let's give our friend a cheer. Alright, anytime you're ready. So, our friend here just got 180 pounds per square inch. It's apparently not as good as he did last year, but it's still the second highest behind himself that we have had at the Alameda County Fair. So that was excellent. So a typical score for an adult is anywhere between about 40 and 100.
Wow.
So
Sobrang
that's
sa
like
kanya.
two typical adults right there.
Yes,
Actually, two relatively strong adults right there. But I have a question for all of you. Who do you think is stronger? Our friend over there? Or Savannah? Remember Savannah? She's about this big. She was just out here walking around. Do you think Savannah's stronger? We think Savannah's stronger? Yeah. Do we have any votes for our friend over there? There's some support for you too. And actually, he's not that far off from her, which we rarely get to say. Most of the birds that we eat today can get somewhere between about 200 and 300 pounds per square inch. But our next bird would still crush you, I'm sorry. Our next bird could get up to 700 pounds per square inch.
Anong ibon?
He has
Agila?
talons that are larger than a leopard's claws. And these birds have been known to take down prey as large as baby roe deer. Let's say hello to Marvin, the Eurasian eagle owl. He is one of the largest species of owl in the world, and he has about a 4-foot wingspan. A female would be even larger with up to a 6-foot wingspan. Now there are a lot of things that you may have heard about owls. Some of them are true, but there are also a lot of rumors that fly around about these guys. We already talked about how owls can turn their head a full 360 degrees. But the next most commonly asked question we get is, why is he awake right now? And that is a fair question. Most owl species are nocturnal. But there are about
Walang tunog yung ano niya, no? Pagaspas.
and our Eurasian eagle owls are actually one of those species that is not nocturnal. Now we also have a lot of people who come up and tell us that they've heard owls are very wise. Some people even say they can tell just by looking into Marvin's eyes what a wise and intelligent creature he is. If you take a moment during the presentation to look into Marvin's eyes, you'll notice they are very large. If you had eyes the same size compared to your skull, your eyes would be like grapefruits or very large oranges. If your eyes were the size of a large orange, would you not have a whole lot of room for? Good job, Marvin. Now, Marvin's brain is roughly the size of a single almond. So it takes him a little bit longer to learn new things. And he needs a lot of repetition and consistency. But that is okay. Make sure he has all the time he needs to think
Nakatingin
things through. And he's as smart as he would need to be out in the wild. Out in the wild, these birds are not relying on cleverness. They're also not relying on speed. Owls are some of the slowest flying birds. Instead, they're relying on stealth. If we take a look at Marvin's feathers, not only would they blend in flawlessly with the bark of a tree, but they also have little frayed edges that help to break up the air and the sound waves. That allows him to fly virtually silently. He is able to sneak up on his prey and they never see or hear him coming. He is very stealthy. And that being said, he hasn't been all that stealthy or all that quiet out here today, has he? And he might not be making the sound you think an owl is supposed to make. What is an owl supposed to sound like? Alright, I heard some pretty good owls out there, and then I heard Marvin. So Marvin actually can hoot. He can make a very classic owl sound, but hooting is usually either territorial or it's related to mating, and Marvin isn't having either of those feelings here. Oh, he dropped it. That's so sad. Yeah, you better get it or Luna will get it next time. Shooting is usually either territorial or it's related to mating. And he isn't having either of those feelings here at the fair today. So he just doesn't have any reason to hoot at us. But he does like snacks. And he knows that his friend Caitlin always has lots and lots of food with her. So he has no problem squawking at her and trying to demand just one more treat. It really doesn't matter how many she already gave him. Some of you might have a dog at home like that. Good job, Marv. Now, Marvin might look familiar. He does look very similar to a great...
Well, guys, y'all.
What's that, tiger?
Yeah, it is a tiger.
Oh, it's a liger.
I chose it. Yeah, she chose that one.